uncrisp my windows, and hey, you can do this. kPlateA, kPlateB, kPlateC. We're still working on this stuff, as you can see. kPlateC. You can also see that I didn't have time to do new music. Hopefully that will come back. I'm working on getting these reverbs and chambers and things finished. And I have bigger plans also, so rather than sit around playing music for you all the time, although I could probably here tell you what. Let's just solo a piano. And we'll play with kPlate a little bit. Again, here is our previous one, B. And that's worked out pretty well for people. Now you might think, what's the difference between B and C? Well, this is the difference. It's another plate reverb, but rather than be slight tweaks in the tonality of it, the algorithm inside it is different in that not only is it tuned to act like a particular plate reverb that lives on, I forget whether it's on a roof or in a room in a famous recording studio in London. The inside of the kPlateC is a combination of here, let me just show you. Now that's all wet, and we've cranked the damping up all the way. Let's also cut the low cut down all the way and remove the pre-delay. We'll make these match completely, right? Here's the thing. When you make it match completely, that doesn't mean the sound's going to be the same, because the insides of it are a 3x3 householder matrix for all pass filters and a 5x5 householder matrix for the actual reverb. That's what gives it the tone that it's got. And kPlateB that has its particular characteristic sound. Then when you go to kPlateC, hey, it's not acting quite the same. It's like it's a separate, distinct reverb, not just adjustments of like EQ and delay times applied to a generic reverb algorithm of some kind. And that's because each of these algorithms is generated at this sort of natural selection. It's a variation on themes that I read about in a book about artificial life, where you're basically doing genetic algorithm by applying fitness functions and trying to get values for all of these reverb algorithms that have the correct sound. Here, I will continue onwards with this, and let's have a brief listen to all of these three in succession. The way I've got it, if you shut it off and then turn it back on, you might hear what was in the guts of the algorithm. Bit repetitive, but check it out. Here's our raw sound. kPlateA, full wet. Whereas kPlateB, that's like a different plate in there. Then kPlateC, it's like it's a little bit more up front. It's a little brighter, feels a little bit wider as well. And that's because it's chosen to act as close as I could get to what the my only reference to the real plates are. And the funny thing about it is that the reference that I was using for these, which I'm not going to directly show you because I don't have rights to play stuff out of that, is very much using just the same algorithm for each option. And you can do that, but then you have to do things like color the plates different colors in your GUI to make people think that it actually sounds different when it doesn't. Whereas, you bounce over to plate A, and B has a distinct sound, and we're getting a sort of resonance there, whereas C is a different plate from B, even though it's also one of the shorter ones. Now note how it's not like this sounds good. But it sure as heck is a different plate. Not just different settings on an algorithm, but these are three distinct different plates for all practical purposes. And that's because the guts of the algorithm is different each time. I've got one more to do as far as these plates are concerned, which is not to say that I couldn't also do like a kPlateE for EMT, which would be like a more, like the kind of thing that Steely Dan would use, rather than this stuff is a little more processed. It's based on somebody's algorithm. It's designed to fit in modern mixes and things. And I think I can go more natural than this. But I don't have the tools for that right now, so that's going to wait. I do have a bunch of things that are stacked up and ready to release, and that'll be exciting, and a bunch of other work that I've got to do. But for now, kPlateC, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.